where the mountains and the Great Hungarian Plain meet at the magically spectacular gate of Hegyalja. The 1,000-years-old city in Borsod-Abaúj-Zemplén County welcomes every visitor with its historic memorial sites, cozy cellars, excellent wines, sports and wellness services, and with the nearly untouched scenery of the surrounding landscape and particular fauna and flora. The very first genuine record of Szerencs was identified in an instrument from the 13th century. Further instruments dating back to the end of the 15th century qualify the settlement as a city which was the venue of nationally significant events in the beginning of the 16th century. Zsigmond Rákóczi was the feudal seigneur of the city in those days. His land estate was the location where István Bocskai was elected to be the Prince of Hungary by the National Council held in Szerencs as of April the 17th to the 20th, 1605, during the time of the so-called Bocskai Uprising. This event occurred most specifically at the Presbyterian Church, where a commemorative table calls public attention to the National Council taking place as many as 400 years ago. Zsigmond Rákóczi passed away in 1608 in Felsővadász, but he was buried in Szerencs, his favorite place of residence, according to his last will. His 3 sons had his sarcophagus fabricated in 1618, which has been located in the barrel-vaulted nave of the Presbyterian Church, built originally in the Roman style and subsequently supplemented with a Gothic spire. The Rákóczi family's coat of arms is engraved into the upper slab of the memorial grave, while further inscriptions and poems decorate its sides. A door made of planks gives access to the crypt underneath the sarcophagus. The old Roman Catholic Church of Szerencs was built in the Baroque style between 1750 and 1764. The stone figure of Joan of Nepomuk is placed in its garden. A richly decorated 6-level iconostasis, placed in the triumphal arch of the Uniate Church built in the Baroque style, attracts the visitors. The Roman Catholic and the Presbyterian churches in the village of Ont provide a breathtaking sight. The so-called Csillagfény gyermeksziget most recently expanded and reconstructed assures state-of-the-art conditions for the quality service of the kindergarteners living in the settlement. The past of Szerencs is closely linked to the history of the Rákóczi family in many aspects. Ferenc Rákóczi II, later the Prince of Hungary, celebrated his 18th birthday at the castle located in his family land estate. It is not by chance that this historic facility has been regarded as the castle of the Rákóczi family even until now, although several other noble families owned the fortress in the past. The reconstruction of the Rákóczi castle in Szerencs was finished in 1991. The fortress was converted into a late Renaissance facility in the course of the renovation process. It hosts the Zemplén Museum, which exhibits a collection of as many as 900,000 postcards that has the most relevant European significance in addition to the exhibition presenting local historic events. Certain pieces considered as real rarities and displayed in showcases both in Hungary and abroad give an inkling of this huge postcard collection. The castle garden with a pond situated in the center was reconstructed in 2007 and it has been a pleasant rest area for tourists. Events abound in the cultural life of Szerencs. The so-called Kaláris Festival, communicating relevant folk art values, as well as the National Festival of Male Choir and the National Festival of Show Players are recurring programs that are organized by the City Cultural Center and Library. The series of cultural events called Summer in Szerencs provide quality entertainment in the weekends of July and August, while specific program panels that take place in Szerencs within the framework of the nationally recognized Zemplén Festival provide substantial relaxation for art lovers. Qualified kindergarten nurses and babysitters take care of the children and perform their relevant personality progress at the kindergartens and day nurseries run within the elementary educational institutions. The local elementary school contributes to the improvement of the students' skills with numerous voluntarily rendered services in addition to the compulsory tasks. The progress of gifted children have been aided by the Talent Care program and further courses of fine arts, folk dance, theatre and music. The city is one of the centers of secondary level education. Students from remote areas, in addition to the local ones, learn at Bocskai Secondary Grammar School in order to get prepared for their higher education studies at this well-equipped educational facility. The Vocational School of Szerencs assures an opportunity for those who intend to study certain professions. The primary task of the Uniform Pedagogical Expert and Career Orientation Service is to assist the children's progress, and the parents and teachers work within the frame of educational, speech therapeutical, and medicinal physical education. Students living out of the city but learning at the secondary level educational institution of it will find their home at the dormitories reserved for such institutions. The city at the same time is also a regional healthcare center. It is represented by the continuously expanding Outpatient Expert Service Institute, rendering a medical service where the patients can have healthcare at more than 20 expert consultation rooms. Elders in Szerencs can opt for their care from many options. The Elder Care House, where the elders are accommodated temporarily in addition to daycare, is operated in the city center. Retired people can attend substantial programs at 3 clubs for elders, and they can also have their lunches there. There is a privately funded home for elders in the city, in addition to the boarding social institution financed by the Borsod-Abaúj Zemplén County government. A LERT system-aided home assistant has been set up for the safety of those living at home alone. Local food industrial factories and businesses played a key role in the qualification procedure by which Szerencs has been qualified as a city in the new age. The former chocolate factory, today controlled by the multinational Nestlé, is a Central European headquarters of the company for the distribution of instant drinks, and its capacity is expanded year by year to satisfy increasing market demands. Local sweets industrial tradition have been revived by the support of Szerencsi Bombom Ltd, where fine desserts are handmade among many things. The company introduced the National Chocolate Festival in Szerencs in 2008 with the intention to revive traditions. Szerencsi mezőgazdasági Joint Stock Company, which is one of the largest regional dairy, egg and meat processing companies, is a very significant corporation in the city. Small and medium-sized companies, of which vast majority operates in the service sector, also hold a key position in general employment. Situated at the eastern gate of the city, the industrial park equipped with public utilities provides a suitable environment for the development of the companies and further investments. The sugar factory, that has a past of 120 years, has been the victim of the restructuring scheme implemented for the purpose of restructuring the entire sugar market of the European Union. Mátra Cukor Joint Stock Company passed a resolution to close the factory in the spring of 2008, owing to the lack of raw materials to be processed. The city, also known as the Gate of Hegyalja, has a long past of viticulture. The produced grape juice is further maturated at the cozy wine cellars located at the southern slope of Árpád Hill. Hotel rooms can be reserved in Huszárvár Castle Hotel and in the weekend and Megyes motels. The dormitory is also available for large groups based on appointments made in advance, while the rooms of Népház are suitable to accommodate 6 people comfortably. The Simai Youth Camp, situated in the picturesque environment, is also owned by the city. This facility is appropriate for the accommodation of youth groups primarily and also for tourists. Of course, it can be the starting point of hiking tours to discover the spectacular natural values of the region. The swimming pool of the city assures excellent conditions for those who are for sports, while youngsters can get acquainted with water in the small-sized pool. This facility is the center of the local swimming sports club, and it also hosts prominent junior contests. The Szerencsi Bath and Wellness Center, which includes jacuzzis, saunas, infrared salt cabins, steam chambers, and a swimming pool, was opened in 2007 in the archaic city bath building constructed in the Art Nouveau style in 1910. Further services such as massage, hairstylist, cosmetics, solarium, aerobic halls, and a squash court are also available in the bath complex. The City Sports Club provides options for adults and youngsters to do organized sports. The civilian movement running 9 sports clubs and the second league basketball team pay special attention to the education of the juniors. Junior weightlifters, wrestlers, and swimmers contributed to the wide recognition of the city's active sports life in the past years. With their results, they performed at national championships, which were good enough to place them on the winner's stand. Szerencs can be reached by car from Budapest just within 2 hours as a consequence of the national highway network developments, but the city can also be approached by train from Miskolc, Nyíregyháza and Sátoraljaújhely. Train tickets ordered through the internet in advance can be purchased at the railway station that has been renovated fully. Those visitors who arrive in the city by car from the direction of Miskolc will see a flower-decorated roundabout at the entry point of the city, and furthermore the uniquely designed building of the new Catholic Church and the imposing spires of the World Heritage Gate that also serve as a lookout tower at which a tourist information point is located that presents regional tourist sites. The entire city is decorated with flowers from spring until late fall. Further investments will be implemented in the city subsequently to the implementation of the preceding ones. The City Hall certainly justifies its commitment to urban development and general employment by the reconstruction of the road network through the development of the industrial park to the reinforcement of the economical sphere's position in addition to the continuous expansion of the marketing services. Today, Szerencs has become a real European small town where people enjoy their time no matter if they live in the city or not, or if they arrive at the gate of Hegyalja from remote distances.